Yes. Industry. Now, Grammy-nominated Ghanaian musician, that's Rocky Dawuni, has recently voiced concerns about the role of the media and bloggers in shaping the Ghanaian music industry. In an interview on Asempa FM, Rocky criticized the agenda of the media in putting artists against each other and fueling enmity between the industry. He argued that this trend undermines the growth of the local creative economy and contributes to divisions within the industry. Dawuni criticized the emphasis on sensationalism and beefs, which he says creates tension among artists and their fan bases. He urged the Ghanaian entertainment media to shift its focus towards more constructive stories that uplift and promote the industry. He mentioned that instead, the focus should be on unity and positive growth. And here's what he said on Asempa FM.
And I'm telling the media, because the media is complicit in this.
Okay.
Both the bloggers and all of that. You can write anything you want after I say this.
Yes.
You are very integral in festering that division that has been a cancer for Ghana music.
Okay.
You see, Ghana music would have gone far, far, far if it wasn't for the internal fighting among our artists. And our artists being pit against each other. And even some headlines that are done, somebody even didn't even say that, then you do, and all of a sudden there's like we are like divided against ourselves. The only way we can move is if we move as a movement.
Okay.
You can imagine all we, the artists that I'm talking about, coming together, doing concerts together, traveling to other countries with the support of our country, with us.
Okay.
Taking over venues in every country and playing concert, but we are playing it not because we are competing against each other, but we are complaining to showcase something that is indigenous and representative of our country. Do you know how far we will move ahead rather than spend time breaking ourselves, destroying ourselves, attacking ourselves as to who is king, who is not king, who is this, who is landlord, who is no, I won't say that.
All right, so that was the voice of Rocky Dawuni on Asempa FM, and he says that the media and bloggers are fueling divisions in the Ghanaian music industry. And I'm sure for my panel, this might not be the first day hearing this. Maybe they've heard it a few times. But when it comes to the industry, many are of the opinion that beefs, I mean, it's okay for the beefs to happen in the industry. There are others who also feel like, listen, some of the stories that we put out there, that's what people want to hear. That's what people want to read. Hence, they also go, when they're having conversations, they sort of ask certain questions that will create, that will create a talkability and all that. And so, showbiz, there's so much to do on there, but this is what he said. But he also, in as much as he said, he also emphasized the fact that the media needs to focus on unity and positive growth, so that, you know, maybe there should be a balance or something of the sort. So I said this morning I've been joined by Edem, I have Cindy here, and I have Martinez here, and this is Showbiz Review. Is brought to you by Betway and Franco Trading Enterprise. Let me start with you, Martinez. Rocky Dawuni believes that the media and bloggers are the ones fueling divisions in the Ghanaian music industry. Is that the case? Is it the media and the bloggers who are doing it, or the artists are the ones who are rather doing it, or giving us the opportunity to actually discuss some of these things? Because you and I know that there are people who even plan some of these things. They go behind closed doors, Charlie. This is the only way I'm coming up with this project. This is the only way people can talk about me. So I'm going to do music to attack you to attack. But we are here. We've heard people who have been in beefs or issues that has got the media like talking, and then in the end they come out to say that, oh, it was just a joke. It was just publicity stunt and all that. So what's your take on it? Do you agree with Rocky Dawuni, or you have a different opinion?
I don't entirely agree.
Yeah, because to some extent, you cannot blame the media 100% for what is, in quotes, tag as beef or maybe confusion between artists. In any case, not all media platforms are even fueling that.
Yeah.
Yes, not all media platform, because even this platform, this particular
Platform.
yes, Hitz FM Showbiz Review. I mean, there are certain topics you don't even allow us to treat. There are certain matters that we hear other platforms treating, but off air, you guys go like, nah, we're there.
This one is not good.
We won't touch it because they are the web industry. So not every platform. But of course, I can understand where he's coming from. I mean, looking at his level, looking at his pedigree, his impact, where he sits now. If we are talking about one of the brands that we are proud of as an industry, Rocky Dawuni is one. Recently, list of personalities that were given diplomatic passports.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was one of them.
Yes, so it tells you his weight in the space. So, I mean, when he sits to speak, it carries huge weight. And because of his influence, I mean, he has to use his voice to one way or the other shape the industry as he feels he's supposed to do in order to help build the industry for the next generation. I mean, to protect it. So you could feel the passion he spoke with. I don't think it is everyone who is interested in this particular advice. No, not everyone is interested, because some are deliberately and strategically doing things to, generate trends, especially when you go on YouTube. There are some platforms that are always interested in, stuffs that bring confusion. And that is what is giving them the numbers.
That's what people
I've
are
watched
watching
couple of, yes.
and listening.
Yes.
And contributing.
And
generate talkability.
You see, apart from maybe talking about beefs and some level of controversy, they never bring any, relevant discourse or matter, or, talk about pressing issues. Things that will elevate the industry. There are platforms on YouTube that are actually not interested in stuff like that. All they do is to just come and, throw more light on ongoing beef and some sort of controversies. So if we are talking about media platform fueling this confusion between artists, it is true when you go on YouTube. Yes, there are some that are really doing that. Of course, there are some traditional platforms also discussing certain things for trend's sake, for the purpose of, eyeballs, and even when it comes to the websites, there are some who are interested in some of these things just for the clickbait and all of that. So we understand they are all part of the industry, but we need to look at the bigger picture. If we are talking about unity, we are talking about artists getting, huge recognition globally, then we have to factor some of these things. And we need, some media houses to lead this course. So I am very happy how this platform is very critical when it comes to some of the topics we discuss, because at the end of the day, we cannot, for the purpose of, trends, just to, discuss anything, all in the name of entertainment or showbiz.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, one way or the other, we're also tarnishing the image of the industry. But there are some people too, that's what they want to hear. Yeah. That's what they are interested in. They feel, it's that is what brings some vibrancy in the industry. And some artists have also mentioned it, when they do this, it gives them some sort of energy, some sort of, some power, or like it's all about supremacy. You understand? So once you are able to get this talkability, you get that control, that number. So some are enjoying it. Like you rightly said, behind the scene, some create stunts.
Yes.
And again, we know they are all part of it. Stunt is also part of the game, which we agree. But it has to be done very well. So for me, talking about the media fueling, the beef and all of that, I mean, yes, the media cannot take itself out of it when we are talking about, a united front. In fact, the media plays a pivotal role. But of course, you cannot entirely blame the media as he put it. He also needs to send some words of wisdom to fellow artists. It should come from artists to artists as well.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, if you're advising one side, how about the other side? Some of the artists are also interested in this because they feel that is also giving them that trend and that recognition. But at the end of the day, what's your principles? What's your ideology as a brand?
As a brand. Okay.
Yes, one thing about the media too is to, inform, entertain, and educate. So sometimes you, the artist, what you put out there is what the media also... Exactly. So it's a two-sided issue. The media always get a blame. This is not the first time we are discussing it. Every time the media is blamed. And I can understand. It's because the media has that power to change the narrative. And of course, the media is doing it. I mean, the industry is well-shaped now.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, we still need more. It's a growing industry. But from what we are seeing now, I mean, it's a good cause. And so they also need to commend the media. I'm waiting for that day.
That's
artists will also sit on the media. Yes, and commend the media fully for how...
Some of them do.
Yes.
Some of them do.
But, they don't say that with that passion. It's like they don't say that with that energy when they are talking about stuff like. But when it comes to blaming, the media or blame games, yes, that one. But of course, there are some bad ones, especially the YouTube, social media. Some are really not helping at all. Some are really not helping, all in the name of trends. That's what they are interested in, and so they just sit. Watch the space. And any positive that is going on, they will not be interested to touch it.
They'll make it negative.
When they come in, so it's something we have to deal with it. But the mainstream media or the traditional media has a big role to play. Some of the things we are talking about can only be facilitated by the top media platforms.
Right.
And here, I mean, the record is set straight. When Dishe came here not too long ago, and we heard some of the things she said about this plus. So it is good. That advice coming from Rocky Dawuni, it is very good. But next time, you should also advise fellow artists. Maybe they may not listen to others, but if it's coming from Rocky Dawuni, they themselves have to come together. Yes, it's very, very important. They should also advise themselves.
Well, let me move straight to Cindy. And Cindy, I mean, in as much as he's made that comment, don't you think it should be a balance where maybe there's a bit of negative, there's a bit of positive? Because at the end of the day, it's an industry. Showbiz in its form is like... it's something else. There's a bit of excitement, there's a bit of sadness, there's a bit of everything in there. But just like Martinez said, especially the ones that are online are in their own lane.
Yeah. Doreen, I would like to take this opportunity to greet my fellow panelists here and also your viewers and listeners. Right. So with what the question he asked, I believe that as a country and as an entertainment industry, where we've gotten to, in as much as we need that, we have a broader picture that we should look at. Do you understand? Because we always consider ourselves or compare ourselves with Nigeria and other countries doing big. Well, they might have worked, they might have had things like that working for them, but should we adopt that? I think the negative side is too much. Because most of the time, bloggers, I will go for bloggers. Because most of the time, bloggers use sensationalism over substance. Do you understand? And then sensationalism is basically exaggerating and then causing dramatization just to get people to go to their blog post and then go and see what's happening there. which shouldn't be so. They should give us the information that we need. Martinez rightly said that when you go to YouTube, you will see people not advocating or telling the story as it is, but thriving on the negativity side of it just to make numbers. I think as a country and as an entertainment industry, we don't need that. So we should actually adhere to what he's saying. He's a legend, of course. He's been in the industry for long, and he knows what he's saying because he had experiences, and I believe that he has considered certain things, and then he is now making a conclusion with that. So yeah, basically that is all that I have to say.
Okay. Adam, but don't you think that when it comes to this, it's not like it's only in Ghana, it's in every other country's industry, showbiz industry. This is not new. It's like we sit here, we read so much from Hollywood. You see, there's so much going on there. You go to Nigeria, they are also in their own space. Go to South Africa, they also, and I'm sure this story, this particular one, if you take it, it will run through all platforms in different countries. So what's the difference?
There's no country-specific problem. I mean, it's part of the ecosystem that people need to find ways of dealing with. If you look at the sports sector, every sector, they have that group of journalists who will not, be singing praises. They will be critical. Because, our first responsibility as a media is to the people. That's the public. And, if there is some information the public needs to know, we need to provide regardless of, because at times we the media create platforms for diverse opinions. So, you may think that this should be the narrative running, but somebody will come with a diverse opinion, which is quite opposite from what you are thinking. It is why artists need to invest in their PR and be strategic. When the negative comes, what structures or strategies are you putting in place to be able to overcome? That is where image restoration comes in, and that is really technical. It has to do with the problem, and based on that, the PR strategy is, used to address the situation. Media will always be media.
Yeah.
You will have, and like every profession, no one is perfect. There are some who cross the barrier and go overboard.
Yeah.
And that you can also take them on. When they try to be malicious, which may injure your reputation as a brand, you have every right to take them on. There is a media commission, among others. So you have a right to a rejoinder. You have a right to taking the person on, whether a civil, or maybe if somebody is spewing out certain things which borders on criminality, you can take them on through the criminal justice system. So, whichever way, there are ways of dealing with it. So you need to be tactical, especially if you're an artist and you see that this reportage is trying to bring your heads together. You go for an interview and the questions are bringing your heads together. You can stay out of it. Say, I don't want to go there. Or no comments. Nobody will force you. So don't push the work to one side. Because they can control you. Both artists need to, at times some of the artists enjoy that thing when
they do enjoy
they see that somebody is trying to make another part or another artist or another creative look bad. Some enjoy it and they will sit down and make it go until it is about them. Said your mukano. If you try quite and foul fear, so quite it, but a foul fear. So the artists have a role to play, and they also need to understand that this is part of the culture. If you go to America, it is there. Even President Trump himself has to label some media houses in a certain light.
Yeah.
There are some media houses who, when they ask him questions,
he just ignore it, or he'll not even ask.
Yes, because he knows that they may create problem for him. So you need to understand and accept that it's part and find a way to overcome them so that they do not, I mean, if you coming out with a project, you have a focus, you don't let people derail you from the focus because they are trying to bring your heads together with somebody. Stay focused on the project and deliver it.
All right.
If you think they have gone overboard, there are so many remedies. Take them on.
So it means that it will still be there. We all have to just figure out how to manage it in terms of whatever we do, whether you're an artist, you're an actor, you are whatever it is. And I'm sure it is some of the questions that have gone to Rocky Dawuni, hence his comments about this, because I remember sometimes like you meet them and they will ask you a question on the spot and you're like, why I'm here for this? You're asking me about something else. You know, sometimes you go for a program, you're expecting the journalist or someone to ask you a question about the program, and they are like, the last time you were here, though, you said this. But as Adam said, it is entirely up to you to decide how you want to answer that, or if you have a PR team, you know how to manage some of these things. Still Showbiz Review here on Hitz 1039 FM. We're moving straight to our next one. Of course, Tiny was our guest here this week. And Tiny, I think I asked a question because it's been a bother. And sometimes when even Ghanaians in general see a female artist doing very well in other parts of the world, they are quick to start judging or criticizing the female artist here. They are not even doing this. They are not. It's always a thing. And so I had to ask him whether in their days as artists, whether they had lots of female artists and how were they faring. And you know, Tiny had a lot to say. In fact, he said that it's difficult for female artists to survive in the industry, which I believe a lot of the female musicians themselves have said. Every time you ask them, and it's like it's a challenge. Yesterday we had an interview with Ife Keys or something. She had a different story to share about the fact that record labels always want sexual favors from them before they do things for them. So if it's not working for them, you go and find somewhere and do something else. But Tiny has shared his thoughts on the struggles female musicians face in Ghana's music industry. Speaking on DaybreakHitz, he noted that the number of female artists in the industry has always been low, attributing to the challenges they encounter in sustaining their careers. According to the rapper, the female artists need to possess resilience and determination in order to succeed in the music industry. Let's take a listen to Tiny. When we come back, you can share your opinion, your thoughts with us via our social media pages and our WhatsApp numbers as well.
Yeah, they were mad. They were a lot, but they were. I know a lot underground than.
And those who made it to the top.
Yeah, those who made it to the top.
I think that we have enough female musicians in the system.
We don't. Since it's been like that. It's been very difficult for the female ladies to penetrate, and then to even be in the industry to be there. When they come, they fade out. Not long, then they fade out. It's been very difficult for the ladies to make it.
So it's not new.
It's not new at all. Yeah, you for be hard. Just like Wendy Shea. I like her delivery and her performance too. This
is Hitz. All right, so that was Tiny's comments with regards to female artists, and I'm sure this will not be new. You all here will agree to these comments because whether we like it or not, even as at now, yesterday I did commend some of the female artists, especially those who have put out albums. But how many, if we were to count, how many of them do we have in the industry? And the thing is that when you even meet some of them, some of the things they share about how they are struggling or what they have to go through to put music together, it's not easy. Martinez, back to you. This is what Tiny said. Do you agree with him? The females, is it that is it difficult for us to survive, or you think that we're just not putting in enough effort to make us what we want to be?
Lauren, it's difficult for everyone to survive.
Yes, so
yes, everyone.
But the men,
whether you are a man or you are a woman, Lauren,
women go through it.
It's difficult for everyone. Yes,
but women.
But you too, you get stories from the men as well.
Yeah, but the women's own is small. It's small.
I don't understand.
We go through a lot.
But men too go through a lot.
Do you get sexual favors?
You see, men don't talk.
Because they don't want to talk.
You see, we swallow a lot of things. Yes. If that, you see, one thing.
You swallow because you like it.
Because you people, especially from the women, have made it look like men don't actually go through a lot. In fact, a man shouldn't cry. So when we are bitter or when we are in pain, we just keep it to ourselves. You see us smiling, but deep down we are crying. Maybe when we find a very cool place, a lonely place, then we are there quietly. You understand? We are there quietly shedding tears. Men to go through a lot. Sometimes I don't want the conversation to be like, oh, because she's a woman, that's why she's struggling. You see, I think comments like that don't even put respect on women. Yes, because one way or the other, you make it look like because they are women, they cannot, do something on their own. We have to create a special system for them to survive because they are women. No,
but don't
there
you
are
think
women who are really.
But don't you think that it doesn't only apply to the music industry, but it applies to every sector? Because
Yes, it's true. I was even coming there. It's cut across.
Yeah.
So it's not just about even the music space. Fine, let's talk about the music space. It is so everywhere. Women are not as many as the men in the music space. It's something that is common. It's something we came to meet. And I'm sure when we are no more on this, the next generation too is going to be the same.
Experience it.
Yes, because I believe that naturally, what men we are able to take or what we are ready to take to go, the extra mile to get certain things, women are most of the time not ready to, go through that. That few who are ready to go through, make it. Yes.
Is that the case?
That few, yes. Because at the end of the day, you see, it doesn't matter you being a woman or a man. If you are following the rudiment of the game and you are going through well, obviously you meet your challenges. You encounter, one or two. You hear certain things that will make you feel like slapping the person. You understand? But the maturity you apply and the resilience and determination and the passion, never giving up, you definitely make it. And when you see, one thing is, women are able to find their way to the top.
Okay.
But maintaining it is what becomes, challenge. Men are able to stay on top for a very long time. But the woman, it becomes a bit difficult because, at a point, she may feel she's big. She may feel she needs to be pampered. She needs to be given certain opportunities.
Family setting.
Yes. And when the game gets to a certain point, there's no need for, pampering. There's nothing like you being favored, given certain opportunity because of who you are. No, if you're not ready, we move. You understand? So statements like that, yes, we need to we need to advocate for more women in the space. And in fact, there are more women in the space that are actually talented and very serious to get to the top. But there are a few who are willing to be there. Doreen, clear example, we can mention Wedeshay.
Yes.
We can mention Sister Fia. We can mention Ifia. Even if you are going back, talk about Becca and those who have really fought their way through. You understand? I respect them a lot. I find it difficult to respect those ladies or those up-and-coming female artists who always make it a case like what we discussed yesterday, sexual favors and blah, blah, blah. So it's like they are not able to move forward. The work has become, a bit stifled and all of that. No. You see, I don't believe in excuses. Yes, you have to fight your way through. If only you are a musician, if only you want to get to the top, you shouldn't feel like because you are a woman, one way or the other, you are being sidelined. No, work your way through.
Yeah.
Yes, the kind of, songs you churn out. If you are churning out a very strong, delivery, if you are bringing out the best of production, if you are, in fact, if we listen to your music, when we watch your craft and you are worth giving the space, you will be given. I think the concentration should be on the hard work, the resilience than feeling entitled that I'm a woman and so I'm supposed to be given this and that. what Tiny said, I mean, we all attest to the fact that, of course, the women are not too many in the space, and we need to give more room to that. But they shouldn't also put it in their mind that it is a deliberate move trying to make the work very difficult for them. Because even when you look at the US market, you look at the number of the male artists and the female artists, of course, it's not the same. Same applies to Nigeria, everywhere. But some women are able to get to the top to receive, international awards. So for me, I think those who are hardworking, should get that massive support.
Okay.
Those who are proven should get that massive support. But those who are behind the scene, feeling entitled that I'm being, denied certain opportunities, we don't need to pay attention to them.
Yeah, that's it.
Yes, some are really working, and they must be given the attention.
Hello, Adam. Let me say good morning to my Zazie, Andy Dusty. Yes, Andy is here. He's looking all fly.
Is he from Burma camp?
No, I think he knew he was
He's
coming
from
to see me.
Oba camp.
But say hands go fit touch him if they meet him on the road.
No, please. I don't think they'll do
Hands
anything.
go touch him.
And then what's yours? We don't have much time. Let's try.
For
and
me, I
quickly
think
wrap it up.
it's the fact. The industry is tough. Not only females, however, there are some, biological challenges and social, makings or social creations which make things difficult for the ladies more. And you need to, be ready for it to go through all. When it comes to certain things, some decisions are personal. You need to make that personal decision. You understand? And at times it can go well, it can go wrong.
Right.
When you make the decisions and the outcome comes, whatever it is, you need to take the outcome, own it, and learn from it.
Okay.
So they need to understand that, yes, some of these things you cannot change, especially the biological ones. It's difficult to change it. And there are some stereotypes in society we will keep, pushing. However, in the interim, you need to, like they say, Azuma will tell you, when you are going into the ring, you should be your referee. You understand? So you need to be circumspect about some of these decisions. Having it at back of a coconut, it is a tough industry.
Right.
It shall be well.
With
small, resilience.
Yes, small.
With resilience, and some have been successful, which means that the Blueprint Day. Please, is the mic.
What has a mic?
The Blueprint Day. I need water.
What has a mic done?
I need water. So you can learn from people.
In fact,
this is a mic. It's a mic issue.
But there was one earlier one. I think you guys.
I didn't pay attention to it.
Manupin mic.
Okay. Wow. Brooklyn. Not bad. Cindy, please let me take yours quickly and then we can quickly wrap up.
Right. So, Doreen, I would say that obviously the entertainment industry is dominated by men. And then it takes self-inspiration or, let me say, self-motivation to break barriers. So I would say what Tiny said is true, but then I would encourage our female arts to also self-encourage themselves because they can do magic when they
decide to.
Yes, so that's
all right.
it.
Thank you so much, Cindy. Thank you, Adam, and thank you, Martinez.
Please, is the mic disclaimer?
Disclaimer.
Manupin mic.
Hey, Brooklyn. Oh, yes. Let me use this opportunity to wish Awukubi a happy birthday. It says, wishing you a day filled with love, laughter, and all the things that makes you happiest. May this year bring you success, good health, and endless blessings. This is from Spanky. And, of course, bringing us to the end of Daybreak Hitz. Let me say a very big thank you.
My condolences to the former First family. It's sad news which hit us yesterday about the demise of the former First Lady. She's really been somebody a lot of females looked up to. Looking at her impact as a First Lady and how she championed women empowerment and even her influence on some of our interstate laws, among others. I think she has played a role, and it's unfortunate that she has to leave at this point. And I mean, looking at some of the videos, I really saw that the children are really traumatized. And in these times, we say, may God comfort them and the family. Surprisingly, a day before yesterday, she was at a funeral, and she was looking all strong, good, and
that's life.
Just saddened we will lose her.
All right, a very big thank you to you, Mr. Hagler, for doing both works. Like, he was the DJ on the show, and he was also the producer on the show.
Mr. Hagler should stop.
Must you pass a comment on?
Calm down.
No, Mr. Hagler, me don't get issue.
But calm down. When
he has used some AI editing.
What issue do you have
in the jingle, the new jingle for Showbiz Review? Mr. Hagler AI generated audio of me.
You know you are accusing me wrongly. You are you are accusing me wrongly.
So should we because there's evidence.
They are saying he used the blueprint. That's what he used.
The blueprint. Okay, anyway, thank you to you, Debbie Steele, for supporting, and thank you to you, Ni Apnes, and my young man who came in. Hey, Debbie, I'm yet to meet you. I'll meet you soon. And yes, Cindy.
Yes, so I would like to take this opportunity to thank Martinez for this opportunity here, being here today. He's mentored me, so yeah, we get there.
Martinez has a lot of daughters, and no, he said Martinez. Yes, so thank you so much, Cindy, for coming as well, and I believe we'll meet again.
Sure,
thank you so much, and thank you to you for doing the listening. Up next is the library with Andy Dosty. Do enjoy and also have a wonderful weekend.